So, Ben Stokes, England all-rounder, season about to start. You're not quite ready yet, are you? What's the latest on your wrist injury?
No, not quite ready yet. It's been 6 weeks now, bored as ever, but I've got a specialist appointment on May the 12th, which will give me more of an indication on when I can get back in the nets and hopefully get back on the park.
For those who don't know, it was it was an injury done by yourself, a bit of frustration, smash your wrist against a locker door. I guess the positive is it shows you care. And the negative is you're probably quite annoyed with yourself.
Yeah, I think everyone cares. unfortunately on that occasion I let my emotions out in a way that resulted in me injuring myself. And hopefully the lesson I've learned from that is not to punch lockers with hard doors. But no, looking back at it, it's I think it's something where you learn by your mistakes. I've certainly learned by this one.
Yeah, if you're a rugby player, I suppose it's like punching someone and being sent off. You've got to try and it's anger management, isn't it? I guess you're going to get frustrated again at some point. That's the thing about cricket, isn't it? It'll pick you up like it did in the Ashes, and it will dump you down again.
It can. Being I think such a proud person of how I want to perform, and then obviously not having a great tour of West Indies. I think I just need to get the better of me on that time. Going forward, just letting emotions out and need to do it in a different way.
The Ashes must have been a really weird experience for you, because on one hand, you broke into the international scene, you scored an Ashes ton, you got a 6 for. It was a fantastic personal performance. But as you know, you were whitewashed. It was a pretty difficult collective experience. So mixed emotions, I guess.
Going out there, I wasn't even expecting to play at all. And then the chance came along. I put a couple of good performances in. But looking back at it, personally, it was brilliant. But from a team point of view, I would rather have came away with that, on a high and being an Ashes winner.
Yeah, really excited to be part of the England team. But you sort of came in just as it was all kind of unfolding. There's now a new coach. There's been retirements. There'll be new players coming in. Kind of weird, isn't it? Because you just caught the last flickers of that great team, didn't you? But a new dawn, a new era.
I guess it can be saying, I came in with the great players like Swan, Peterson, and then in a couple of years' time I could be saying I was part of the rebuild, I guess, around all the new guys coming in, and hopefully with that coming, we do really well. Yeah,
well, the thing about cricket or any sport, actually, you don't have long to dwell on success or failure, do you? You've got a game just around the corner. Hopefully for you, you're going to miss the one-dayers, but maybe the Sri Lankan Test series?
Success and failure is, sort of, you look at it the same way. If you do well, you've got to put it behind you and look on what's ahead, same with failure. Hopefully I will be fit for the Test series. It's something that I did aim to be fit for when I first did my injury. It just depends on how much cricket I get into my belt before that starts. Sure.
Well, the thing is, you've got Sri Lanka and then you've got India as well. So if you do well and win those Test series, I'm not saying the winter will be forgotten, but it sure will help.
Yeah, Sri Lanka and India are, from watching, never played against them, but they're always, very, very good teams. And if we were to come away with victories against both of them teams, I think Australia was something forgotten by a few people.
Just one thing before we let you go. As a big rugby league background with you, isn't there? With your father obviously being a New Zealand international, no less, and current coach of Serbia. Is that right still?
No, my dad no longer is involved with rugby league.
Okay.
My mother and father, they live back in New Zealand now.
Right.
My dad works at a prison.
Does he?
Yeah, it's just one extreme to the other.
It is.
But we had a big rugby league background, sporting background in general in the family.
Yeah.
I guess the love of sport comes from that.
Do you still sort of watch it, State of Origin, or the stuff up here, the Super League?
I don't actually know. I try. Well, I flick it on every now and again when it's on. State of Origin is always good to watch.
Yeah.
I'm always very aggressive and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, Ben. Well, listen, best of luck for the summer. Get well soon, and if you've got to punch something, make sure it's soft.
Will do. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.